God, that clothing. Looks like it's got bloody Christmas here.
I'm looking for a mine shaft around here, and I heard you know all about them.
Mine shaft? What for, lad? You surely don't expect to find any silver?
I heard there's treasure hidden in a Talmberg mine shaft.
Treasure?
Yeah, treasure.
You look a bit old for fairy tales, but don't let me spoil your fun. I'll tell you. There's not many mine shafts left here. Most of them either collapsed or were filled in. But there's still one trial shaft left. That might interest you.
How do I find it?
Take the road to St. James's. On the way, you'll reach a stone bridge. A short way past the bridge, the stream cuts through the path again. At that point, you'll see a hillside on your right, and the shaft is in that hillside.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Just try not to break your neck.
Tell me something about... I'm looking for a mine...
Mine shaft?
No, of course not. I'm here at the behest of Sir Rudsick and Sir...
Aha! That's a different matter then. There's not many mine shafts left here.
How do I find it?
Take the road to St.
Thanks.
You're...
You know this Hinnock. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why is that?
Tanners have never been the most sought-after companions, and what's more, he keeps the company of all kinds of knaves. In short, he doesn't have the best reputation.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone, and then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory and retired for thieving, and in Neuhoff, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
A bit more than high spirits, huh?
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
That's not a good sign.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me! I can explain. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I've no one to tell anyway, just please, don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Then who are you?
I came to warn you. They are coming for you.
Oh, that's so? Good job I'm hiding out here then.
They killed your friend Lubosh, nailed him to the door of his own house.
Why do you think I'm in hiding?
If you don't want to end up like him, you'd better tell me what you know.
And how will that help me?
Don't worry about that. Let's just say they can come to a bad end too, even if it won't be easy.
Fine. What do you want to know?
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We was in it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There was two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal. They wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you knew what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing. Even that we was going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they was cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Them horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was gonna kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about?
I don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us, me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavel. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims, never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us, plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's thick as a fence post. Strong as an ox, but not a brain in his head. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. A hold up on the road now and then. Nothing bigger. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew.
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was a bit fishy.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Aye, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill, a bit north of Neuhof.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. And none of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. And Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid, do you?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they're at.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination, but Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. And Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had to sniff around the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Hanusha's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat, and I slapped him round to tell us where the money was. Then, it all fell apart at the seams rapid-like. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
Well, I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and then I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables, pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "Lubosh?" Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down!" So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knocks him on the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard, my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off of him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, he just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scarpered.
What happened after the raid?
We was waiting for that fool Timmy. Same place as we'd met him before, so he'd know where we was, right? Fucking bad idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy turned up after a while, two of Runt's men was dragging him.
There was some, difference of opinion.
They started on us right away that we was traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we was gonna pay for it. They started surrounding us, and we knew it was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
No, one of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they was so buggered from the raid they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted after us that they'd find us.
That's all I need to know. So now, what do I do?
Well, shit. Runt's people. We gotta get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck.
At least they don't know there are two of us. We can take them by surprise.
In a pig's eye. I'm out of here.
Look here. If you run, they'll kill you. And me too. Together we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.